Record money in and money out. In this video, we are going to look at recording the money that comes into your business in the money in record. Money in. The money in record records all monies you receive by check, cash, credit card, or direct transfer. How to record money in or money received. The money in record has three primary sections. The first section is for the receipt information. The second is to allocate what the money is for, and the third is for what you did with the money. In other words, whether or not you deposited it in the bank. The basic rule is that the total amount must equal the total of the allocation columns and must also equal the total of the bank deposits and receipts not banked columns. Make sure you are in the correct account and the correct month and year, and then follow these simple steps. Step 1 is to record the date, the name of the customer or person paying you the money, any details that will help identify what the receipt was for at a later time, and any receipt or reference number if issued. When you enter information in the day, customer, and detail cells, you can move to the next cell by using either your Tab key or the Enter key. However, in the numbered fields, starting with the receipt number, you must use your Enter key to record information in a cell. Your Tab key will just move to the next cell. Also, once you have recorded a receipt number, the next line will automatically pre-fill. When you press Enter, this receipt number will be used, or when you press Tab, the receipt number will be left blank. Record the amount of the money in the total receipt column. Record the amount into the allocation column or columns applicable to the type of money in. Use your Tab or arrow keys to move the amount to the appropriate column, and then press your Enter key to record the amount in a column. Record what you do with the money, i.e., whether you deposit it or not. If you deposit this money intact, then record the amount in the bank deposits column. If you deduct cash from this money in and deposit the balance, record the amount you deposit in the bank deposits column and the amount retained in the receipts not banked column. The combined totals of the receipts not banked and the bank deposits columns must equal the amount of the total receipt. If you combine this transaction with others to deposit them all together, Tab or arrow to the Receipts Not Banked column and press Enter. When you record the final transaction in the combined deposit, record the amount of your bank deposit in the bank deposit column. The program will allocate an adjustment in the Receipts Not Banked column because of the inbuilt control for each line that the total receipt must equal receipts not banked plus bank deposits. Make sure you record details of all cash payments, including amounts taken for private purposes, in the money out record. You can click on Cash Reconciliation at any time to check your records against the actual cash on hand. Please note, for each line to balance, the amount in your allocation columns must equal your total receipt, and the combined amounts in your bank deposits and receipts not banked columns must also equal the total receipt. If this does not occur, you will not be allowed to move to a new line. You will not be allowed to move to a new line if your line is not balanced. Click on the Save button when you have finished. Well, actually, the program will automatically save when you change sections. Money Out. The Money Out section records all payments, by check, by cash, or directly from the bank. It is good business practice to make all payments by check wherever possible, because this gives you a record of your payment. Of course, this is not always practical, and sometimes payments are made by cash. The best way to control cash payments is to use a petty cash system and establish a separate cash flow account for petty cash. However, if you make cash payments from cash receipts or from your own resources, then you should also record them in the Money Out record. How to record money out or payments. Ensure that you are in the correct account and the correct month and year, and then follow these simple steps. The Money Out record has two primary sections. The first is for the payment information. The second is to allocate what the payment was for. The basic rule is that the total payment must equal the total of the allocation columns. Record the day, the name of the supplier or person to whom the money is paid, any extra details that are helpful in describing what the payment is for, and the check number, if applicable, in the columns titled for that information. When you enter information in the day, supplier, and details field, you can move to the next cell by using either your Tab key or the Enter key. In the number fields, start with the check number. You must use your Enter key to record information in a cell. Your Tab key will simply move to the next field. For example, after you record the first check number, the next line will automatically pre-fill. Press Enter to use this check number, or press Tab to leave the check number blank. If the payment is a check or other payment from your bank account, such as a direct debit, electronic funds transfer, or bank charges, record the total amount of the payment in the Total Bank Payments column. If the payment is cash, then record the total amount in the Total Cash Payment column. Record the amount of the payment in the allocation columns appropriate to the type of expenditure. Use your Tab or arrow keys or the first alpha letter of the column header to move the amount to the appropriate column. Press your Enter key to record the amount in a column. When you complete a line of information so that the allocations equal the total payment, it will automatically jump to the next line. If you are unable to move to another line, it means that the line you are on is incomplete. The rule is that the total bank payment or total cash payment must equal the combined total of the allocation columns. Click on the Save button when you have finished. The program will automatically save when you change sections.